Tonight, CBS News has learned more than 4,000 migrant children could spend the rest of their childhood in the custody of the U.S. government. In our Eye on America series, Manuel Bojorquez takes us inside the center where the youngest migrants are housed.
This is the San Benito facility. It's about 20 minutes outside of Brownsville, Texas, and it's the first time we've been granted this type of access. What's unique here is this is a facility that also cares for infants. We're the first network news organization allowed to freely walk the halls of this facility. This one houses the youngest of unaccompanied minors, children who showed up by themselves at the border or were separated from relatives. Because they're minors, for their privacy, the Office of Refugee Resettlement, or ORR, requested we use their cameras so they could blur out their faces.
Hola, ¿cómo está? That's a small baby.
It is one, yes. So.
¿Cuánto? 1 month old.
Yes.
Wow.
ORR Director Jonathan Hayes gave us a tour last month.
Obviously, the teenagers that are here are the moms of these young ones that we have here.
We even saw a 2-year-old boy from Brazil who is in this country alone. There are more than 10,000 children currently in ORR care. The agency says its goal is to give the children as safe and normal a stay as possible until they can be released to a vetted relative or sponsor. But CBS News has learned more than 4,000 of those migrant children at ORR's 168 shelters in 23 states could be held long-term. They're referred to as Category 4 children.
Unfortunately, I have well over 4,000 of those children in my care right now at the Office of Refugee Resettlement.
How long possibly are these children in your custody?
Until they turn 18. Conceivably, someone could come into our care at, 15 years old and not have an identifiable sponsor in the United States and remain with us for a few years.
It's already happening. We recently learned of one case of a child in custody going on 4 years. Immigrant advocates believe that violates the Flores Agreement, which mandates children be released as quickly as possible. They argue some of the administration's policies, even ICE arrests recently publicized by the president, could be having a chilling effect. Relatives who may be undocumented could be afraid to come forward.
And this is the intake office.
Melissa Aguilar is program director at the San Benito shelter.
There's challenges definitely with contacting sponsors, getting them to submit all the paperwork, because as you can see, we wouldn't just let anybody pick up a child, but it's a challenging process at times.
She says caseworkers try their best to place a child before their 18th birthday, when they are transferred to ICE custody for adults and can be deported. Manuel Bojorquez, CBS News, Brownsville, Texas.